I think we're doomed. Good day. We're a bit late with this one. This match happened on Saturday. It's now Wednesday, and we've since played another game, so apologies. But like I've said for the last 2 weeks now, I'm getting tired of doing this, and there's a higher chance of me not doing this next season than there is a lower chance. Let's just put it that way. I was going to say there's a higher chance of Preston getting the playoffs, but that would make no sense because we've just fucked it, as you can see. Norwich beat us 1-0 at the weekend after a very late goal from Gabriel Sara, but let's be honest, it was inevitable. We started to tire, but and it's a shame really because we started the game incredibly well in my opinion. We was going guns blazing. We was looking to be the better side for most of the game, but as we got to like the 65th, 70th minute, everyone was fucking goose. There's nothing we could do about it, and it was just a case of how long can we keep a goal out for. And yeah, we ended up getting beat in the end, so it's a massive shame, but oh well, it is what it is, I suppose. It was it was inevitable. It's Preston. So yeah, they had 13 shots, 2 on target. They had 15 to 5, which of course is a better ratio, but there wasn't really too much for. I don't really think they were too challenging for Freddie Woodman until the end, really. But nah, obviously this is an updated table, but at the time that took us to 8th, I believe it was, or 7th, something like that. Can't really remember. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah, it were a massive blow, and it just made everyone feel like shit on the day, let's be honest with you. It was a very depressing day, but let's look at the ratings. Woodman a 6, kept out Sainz, Barnes and Sarr in the first half, got a hand to the winning goal but couldn't keep it out, which is a shame. Story 6.5, steady enough in defending, went into the book for a late challenge on McLean in the second half. Lindsay a 6, important defensive moments in the game and sent a header over in the first. Sarr cut inside him before firing the goal. Hughes a 6, got drawn out in the build-up to Norwich's winner but didn't do a great deal wrong over the course of the game. Here, home 7.5, putting a solid shift upon his return to right wing back, wasn't exposed defensively and got into some dangerous crossing areas. What more, 7.5, can be pleased with his effort in the second game in central midfield. Kept it simple on the ball and got stuck in, managed the game while after being but, got man of the match. Yeah, what more, a great game at the weekend. Brown a 6, got the nod after illness and a calf issue, got up and down, was combative in his work and sent some inviting crosses into the box. Brady a 6, another steady performance, this time at left wing back. Set piece delivery tended to be on the money and some nice combination play from the touchline, so I get sent away from him and Hughes for his goal. Moving on, Mads a 5. Positive moments in the first half, saw a shot charge down, made way on the hour after losing the ball a handful of times. Keane a 6, dropped into areas and looked for the ball, just didn't have his usual influence on the match. Not for the lack of effort or endeavour, just looked tired as the second half progressed. Amelia 5.5. This is why I wasn't very confident when that starting lineup came out as well, by the way, when I saw Millie starting over Reese. Every time we have Millie start a game, he doesn't often do too much, and don't get me wrong, he seems to be, more active, and he seems to be hungrier for the ball than he was than any time before, after what he did against Huddersfield. But at the same time, it was an impact sub all day long. When you've got power and pace like that, when the opposition's tired, it's a fucking brilliant idea to bring him on. So the fact that he got started after scoring a hat-trick, for me, it makes sense, but at the same time, it was the wrong move. It was completely the wrong move. Was rewarded with a start after his midweek heroics, was a willing runner and moved out to the right in the closing stages, didn't have much joy in the way chances. Reece 5.5 came on after an hour, sent error off target. Soon after that, Norwich kept him quiet. Shed 5.5. Led the line as low change shape for the final 15, put himself about, tried to occupy Norwich's centre-backs, but they did a decent job on him. Yeah, we tried to get as many attackers on the pitch as we could at one point to just try and get a goal and seal the game off, but that ended up being our kryptonite in the end, really. Lennon Stewart didn't even get a fucking rating. So yeah, that's about it really for what you can say about the players. It did seem like the plan was to, like I just said, to throw as much as we can at the game, but with everyone else behind them knackered, they're not getting any service. It wasn't really the best of ideas, and we had no one on the bench to really come in and support the other boys, so it looked like a steady defeat all day long. Right, Ryan Law had to say, mixed emotions, disappointed with the result, pleased and proud of the boys for everything they've given all season. We've fallen a little bit short, it hasn't been for the lack of trying, effort, desire or commitment. Everything I like was there. It was that final bit in both boxes, but as I say, I am proud of the boys. I thought we were the better team. If I'm being honest, first half we had some good moments, second half they had the ball a bit more, but we were ready to pounce and go, and I agree with him. Set plays caused them a bit of trouble. We just didn't capitalise on it. Then we get to as many attacking players on the pitch as we could, because even a draw would have been no good. It was our aim to win. There was a little bit of a mix-up with the goal, 2 players going for 1 ball. Then he has a bit of luck, and Fred actually does get a hand to it, but Jordan couldn't sort his feet out to maybe clear it, so it was a scruffy goal, and it was a bad goal to concede on our behalf. Moments like that sometimes go against you, and that is what has happened today. So it is a shit way to go out the race. It was in our thoughts to change the shape a little bit to get those forward players on the pitch if we needed to go for it. It might have been the broken English, but Osmajic was supposed to be on the right of a 3 and ended up at the top of the pitch with Emil on the left. You can't just blame these fucking language barrier, but okay. There was a few moments we huffed and puffed. The lads were out on their feet as well with the games that would have been coming thick and fast. They're giving it everything, just like that bit of quality in the boxes. The lads who had been playing, Emil was always going to need to rest. He looked shattered. Brownie had hardly trained, which is, again, why he didn't start last night either for Southampton. Watmore was fantastic in the middle of the park. Dwayne hasn't played much either. After 75 minutes, you see them getting tired. They gave us everything, and that's what I want from my players. They're a good team, but I thought the game plan worked a treat. Well, it worked a treat if we would have scored. That's the only problem. There was a lack of quality at the top end of the pitch. And that is ultimately what has cost us, and obviously swinging that many attackers on for the sake of swinging the attackers on. I do understand, but it's proven to be quite detrimental, so probably not the best of ideas. We changed one or two things at half time to stop them from playing through. Sargent was dropping into pockets, getting on the half turn, and McLean was spinning the ball on the side. That stopped. We knew they would have had a bit more possession than us, and we wanted them to we wanted to force them to make mistakes. They didn't really open us up, and as such the goal is a mistake. I don't like those goals, but I'd rather be ripped off open in a passage of play, bless you. And they put one in the top bin. That hasn't been the case, but they've always learned and bounced back from it, and we have to take it and learn. Which you think when you say we'll take it and learn, you don't go and get beat 3-0 in your next game, but that's for us to talk about in the next video, which I'll just go straight to recording. You'll get a double header because, like I said, this is behind, and I want to at least get one of them out on time. But yeah, with only 3 games to go now, we are, I believe, officially out of the playoff race, unless some fucking miracle happens. Just while I'm on the screen, let me check the table. We've got 63 points, so realistically the only way... Oh, hang on. Yeah, the only way we can get into the playoffs now is if Middlesbrough, Coventry, Hull and Norwich all lose their next 3 games, and we win our next 3 games. And Coventry and Hull still have a game in hand. I'm going to imagine that's against each other, so there can't be a loser there. So yeah, the playoffs are they are dead, unfortunately, as they are every season. So it is a shame, but yeah, well, at least it's the hope that kills you, as they say. But we did still stand somewhat of a chance. Like I say, very low odds, but if we beat Southampton, we could have maybe pulled something from it because of other results. But it wasn't to be. So I suppose I'll say thanks for everything this season so far. It's not the end just yet, but it's been a hell of a ride this season. It's been an exciting one, much more exciting than last season, I'll say that much. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Apologies, I'm getting a bit sloppy towards the end, but I'm just following in the line of my team. We get sloppy at the end. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.